Hey everyone, get ready to explore the future because we're about to deep dive into the Trafser Tribe's 2033 report.
Ooh, yeah, this report.
It's gotten me,
It's a good one.
yeah, super excited about what travel's going to look like. This is not your average travel trend report.
No.
It's packed with opinions from experts and a mind-blowing 5.84 million data points from traveler surveys.
It's a lot of data.
Yeah.
A lot of opinions. Really interesting stuff.
Yeah, I think what's so cool about this report is that it goes beyond just predicting the future.
Right.
It really dives deep into why these changes are happening and what they mean for all of us, whether we're, deep in the travel industry or just, fascinated by exploring the world.
That's what's so fascinating, right? I mean, the report really unveils these forces that are going to shape the entire travel landscape.
Yeah.
For the next decade, we're not just talking about, AI, which everyone's talking about, but also, shifting demographics, the growing demand for sustainable travel, and of course, the lasting impact of the pandemic.
Right.
All of those intertwine to create a really unique travel landscape
that
we're looking at for 2033.
And here's where it gets really, really interesting.
Yeah.
The report identifies four distinct traveler tribes.
Right.
Emerging from this whirlwind of change.
Yeah.
It's like they peered into the hearts and minds of travelers to understand what truly drives them.
It's like travel psychology.
Yeah.
Think of it this way. It moves beyond just the basic demographics, like age or income.
Right.
It really delves into the psychology of the traveler.
Yeah.
Their values, anxieties to create these traveler tribes.
Yeah.
So each tribe has a totally different attitude towards technology, sustainability, and what they want to get out of travel experiences.
All right, so before we meet these traveler tribes, let's set the stage for travel in 2033. The report paints a pretty dramatic picture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
a big change.
over 60% of the travelers surveyed believe that travel in 2033 will be significantly different.
Yeah, significantly.
From today.
Yeah.
And they anticipate major shifts in everything.
Everything.
From how we book trips to the kinds of experiences we seek.
Right.
Okay, so we got some major changes.
Yes.
On the horizon.
Uh-huh.
But before we jump into the tribes themselves, let's unpack the 7 future forces.
7 future forces
that are driving this transformation.
Love this.
The report outlines them beautifully, and honestly, some of them are pretty mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, they're great. Let's go through them.
Yeah, let's start with demographic development.
Demographic developments, it's not just about population growth, you know. It's the rise of international families and these evolving expectations across generations. I mean, we're already seeing more and more people traveling to connect with family members living abroad. This trend is only going to intensify.
Yeah, for sure. And then there's the, let's say, unpredictable force of
the wild card.
Yeah, political pressures.
Political pressures. Yeah.
The report doesn't shy away from how political instability and potential restrictions could seriously impact travel. I mean, one expert even said, politics is in charge, and this is what's going to put people off taking a holiday. It's going to become expensive, a hassle, and maybe not entirely safe. That's a sobering thought.
It is. But on a brighter note, let's talk about the force that always gets me excited.
Yeah.
Technological innovation.
Yeah, my favorite.
We're talking super apps that can manage all aspects of your trip. Biometric identification. Oh, yeah.
Makes airport security a breeze.
Yeah.
Touchless technology.
Love it.
Minimizes contact. Even virtual reality experiences.
Whoa.
That can transport you to destinations from your living room.
That's crazy.
It's a whole new world of travel tech.
Yeah, I can already picture myself strolling through security with just a glance at a camera.
Yeah.
No more frantically searching for boarding passes.
No more pat downs.
Yeah. No more passports.
Exactly.
I'll say.
And all this is going to be powered by another really fascinating force, artificial intelligence advancements, AI.
AI.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So imagine AI streamlining everything.
Yeah.
From transport maintenance, meaning your flight's less likely to be delayed,
Oh, I love that.
to personal recommendations that suggest hidden gems that you would have never found on your own.
Oh, that's cool.
So one expert put it perfectly, AI's impact on travel is huge, mostly making customer experiences more pleasant.
And who doesn't want a pleasant travel experience?
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Sign me up for that. But all this personalization and efficiency relies on another powerful force: data developments.
Data developments, yeah.
It's not just about collecting data. It's about understanding the context
Yeah.
of your trip.
Of your trip.
Why are you traveling? Who are you traveling with?
Exactly.
What are your preferences?
Right. And one expert made a great point. They were saying, knowing the context around why people are traveling means we can make traveling better for them. So if we know people are traveling for work, we will know to charge their business card, not the personal one.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
So smart.
It's all about anticipating your needs, right?
Yeah.
And making that journey as smooth as possible. But of course, this does raise some questions about how much data travelers are willing to share.
It's a trade-off.
It is a trade-off.
Right.
Yeah.
Convenience and personalization in exchange for some of our data. Now, shifting gears a bit, we can't ignore sustainability sensitivities.
Sustainability sensitivities.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
It's no longer just a niche concern, right?
No.
Travelers are demanding eco-friendly options.
They want to explore responsibly.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic.
Me too. And the industry's responding, right?
Yeah.
The report emphasizes a collaborative effort. One expert said, we need to include sustainability as part of our DNA and act as responsible tourists. It's not only a matter of the private sector or the government, it's also up to us as tourists. We all have a role to play.
And this leads us to the final and perhaps most impactful force, post-pandemic preferences.
Right.
There's no doubt that COVID-19 has had a lasting effect on what travelers value.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Haven't we all reevaluated what's truly important to us?
For sure.
Yeah.
The pandemic has definitely sparked a growing desire for authentic and meaningful experiences. There's a shift towards community-based tourism, connecting with local cultures, and supporting small businesses.
Yeah, I love that.
One expert said, there's an interest in more community-based tourism, which at the heart of it is more authentic. It's more driven and created with the local community.
It's about leaving a positive impact on the places we visit.
It is.
Okay, so we've explored these 7 powerful forces that are shaping the future of travel. But here's
the paradox.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
The report uncovers, right?
Yeah.
While many travelers are excited about these future forces, a significant portion are also feeling anxious about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And this all boils down to 4 key trade-offs that travelers are grappling with. They're weighing the benefits against the potential downsides.
Right.
So it's like a tug of war.
A constant tug of war.
A constant tug of war in their minds.
Let's dive into these
Let's dive in.
anxieties.
Yeah.
The first one is fast travel versus affordability.
Fast travel versus affordability. Yeah.
We all love the idea of
zipping across the globe.
Yeah, zipping across the globe in record time.
Yeah.
But what if that
comes at a cost?
Right.
What if only the wealthy can afford it?
Will only the wealthy be able to afford these super fast travel options?
Right.
Yeah.
The report highlights how that desire for faster travel often clashes with anxieties about rising costs.
Yeah.
It's a dilemma.
It is a dilemma.
Many travelers are facing.
Then there's problem-solving technology versus cybersecurity concerns.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love how technology can make travel
smoother.
Yeah.
Less stressful.
Smoother, less stressful.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I do sometimes worry about opening myself up to cyber attacks or data breaches.
It's a valid concern.
Yeah.
Travelers are excited about the ability to, fix those problems, right?
Yeah.
Lost luggage, misconnections, language barriers.
Yeah.
But they're also worried about their data being compromised.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Which is totally fair.
And that brings us to the next trade-off. Seamless travel versus data dependency.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
The more personalized and frictionless we want our trips to be,
right,
the more data
we have to give up.
We have to surrender. It makes you think, are we becoming too reliant on technology?
It does, yeah. It's a good question.
It's a question worth thinking
Like
through.
a pondering, yeah.
And then, of course, we have sustainable travel versus higher costs.
This is a big one.
I think we all want to.
We all want to travel sustainably.
Yeah, in a way that's kind to the planet.
But are we willing to pay
Willing to pay
a premium
Yeah, the big question.
for eco-friendly options?
The report shows that this is a major, major sticking point.
Yeah.
A lot of travelers want to be sustainable,
Yeah.
but they've got their budget to think about.
They've got budgets.
Yeah.
All right, so we've painted a picture of the travel landscape in 2033 with all its, exciting possibilities and anxieties.
Yeah.
Now, are you ready to meet the traveler tribes?
I'm ready. Let's delve into the worlds of the excited experientialists,
Yeah.
the memory makers,
Okay.
the travel tech-fluencers,
Ooh.
and the
yeah.
pioneering Pathfinders. Each tribe has a really unique story to tell.
Yeah.
And understanding them is key
Mm-hmm.
to navigating the future of travel.
I'm so excited.
Let's start with the tribe that makes up the largest chunk of travelers,
Okay.
the excited experientialists,
Excited experientialists.
at a whopping 43%
Wow, that's almost half.
of all travelers.
Yeah. What makes these excited experientialists tick?
Well, imagine someone who thrives on spontaneity,
Okay.
someone who lives for the thrill of the unknown. That's
Right.
the essence of an excited experientialist.
Okay.
They're driven by this, deep-seated need to experience the world firsthand, to step outside their comfort zones and embrace the unexpected.
They sound like the ultimate adventurers.
Yeah.
I bet they're all about that YOLO, you only live once philosophy.
You hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
The report even quotes one saying, I'm not going to classify it as it's going to be good, it's going to be bad, it's going to be interesting.
Wow.
They're less focused on meticulously planning every detail and more about seizing the moment.
So how does this translate to their travel style in 2033?
Well,
Are they going to be the first in line to adopt all the cool new travel tech?
that's where things get a little nuanced.
Okay.
While they're open to new technologies,
Mm-hmm.
they're also a bit wary of AI and data dependency.
Okay.
They don't want their trips to be too predictable. They still crave that element of surprise and spontaneity.
So they want the benefits of tech without sacrificing their sense of adventure.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, what about sustainability?
Right.
Where do they stand on that?
They're definitely aware of sustainability concerns, but they're not necessarily the ones who will shell out a premium
Right.
for eco-friendly options.
Okay.
They might be open to limits on travel miles, but they're less enthusiastic about paying extra for things like biofuels.
Interesting. Okay, so they're a complex bunch.
They are.
Can you give us a real-life example of an excited experientialist?
Sure.
Someone who truly embodies this tribe.
The report introduces us to Hannah, the 22-year-old from Germany.
Okay.
She perfectly embodies the spirit of the excited experientialist.
Got it.
She's eager to embrace the future of travel, but on her own terms, she values the comfort and efficiency that technology can bring, especially when it comes to speeding things up at the airport.
Oh.
She wants to get to the fun part of her trip as quickly as possible.
I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
Now let's shift gears and meet the memory makers.
The memory makers,
They make up about 25%
25%.
of travelers, and it sounds like they have a very different perspective
They do.
on travel.
If the excited experientialists are all about embracing the unknown, the memory makers are more about cherishing the familiar.
Right.
They value tradition, human connection, and are a bit more cautious
Right.
about embracing change.
I can see how the rapid pace of technological advancements might be unsettling for them.
Yeah.
The report includes a quote from a memory maker that really resonated with me.
Yeah, what'd they say?
I feel like technology is replacing human beings. Now it's replacing our minds and even our interpersonal connections, which is upsetting.
Yeah, that's a sentiment
That
that echoes throughout this tribe.
So are they going to completely resist the changes happening in the travel industry?
That's a good question.
Will they refuse to use any new technologies?
Not necessarily.
Right.
While they might be hesitant about AI-powered trip planning,
Yeah.
they're actually quite intrigued
Okay.
by VR and AR,
Oh, wow.
especially for trip previews
Okay.
and capturing memories.
Interesting.
It's about using technology to enhance those cherished experiences, not replace human connection.
So they're not anti-tech.
Right.
They just want it on their own terms.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Now, what about sustainability?
Yeah, are the memory makers on board with that?
Not so much.
Okay.
They tend to see sustainability as the responsibility of large corporations and governments
Okay.
rather than individuals.
Got it.
They're less willing to make personal sacrifices or pay a premium for eco-friendly travel options.
Interesting. So can you give us a snapshot of a typical memory maker?
Sure.
Someone who embodies this tribe's values?
The report introduces us to Antoine, a
Okay.
47-year-old from France.
Okay.
He represents the heart of the memory maker. He's cautious about the rapid advancements in technology, but acknowledges that some technology can actually improve the travel experience.
Yeah.
He sees the value in tools that can preserve memories or simplify certain processes.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's not quite ready to hand over complete control to AI.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've met the adventure seekers and the cautious traditionalists. Now let's meet the travel tech-fluencers.
The travel tech-fluencers.
Who represent about 15%
15%.
of travelers.
I'm guessing they're all about embracing the latest and greatest in travel technology.
You guessed it.
They're the ones who are always eager to test out new gadgets and apps,
Okay.
to share their experiences online, and to push the boundaries
Yeah.
of what's possible in travel.
I love it.
They're ambitious, digitally fluent, and they see technology as a key driver
Right.
of progress in the travel industry.
The report quotes one saying, "We see a total overhaul of travel in 2033, and technology will aid this."
That's right.
So they're all in on this tech-driven future, no hesitation.
Well, like all of us, they have their own set of anxieties.
Okay.
While they're outwardly confident and embrace technology with open arms, they also harbor some internal uncertainties.
Yeah, makes sense.
They worry about data security, the potential for cyber attacks, and the ethical implications of increasingly sophisticated AI.
So they're the ones pushing for innovation.
Yeah.
But they're also raising important questions about the potential downsides.
Exactly.
That's a crucial role to play.
It is.
Now, what about sustainability?
Okay.
Where do they stand on that?
This is where we see some internal conflict.
Okay.
They want to be eco-conscious, but they also prioritize career advancement
Right.
and convenience.
Yeah, for sure.
They might be willing to pay more for biofueled flights, for example, but only if it doesn't hinder their professional goals or disrupt their fast-paced lifestyle.
They're trying to find that sweet spot
Yeah.
between embracing progress and being mindful of its impact. It's a balancing act many of us are probably familiar with.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Can you give us an example of a real-life travel tech-fluencer from the report?
Sure.
Someone who embodies this tribe.
Meet Priya, a 29-year-old business traveler from India.
Okay.
She's a perfect example of the travel tech-fluencer.
Got it.
She relies heavily on AI for planning her work trips and loves how technology can save her time and solve problems, but she also voices concerns about data privacy.
Right.
And the need for a more balanced, human-centered approach to travel technology.
She sounds like someone who's really shaping the future of travel.
She is.
Okay, last but certainly not least, we have the pioneering Pathfinders.
Pioneering Pathfinders.
Representing about 17%.
17% of travel.
What sets this tribe apart?
Yeah, what sets this tribe apart from the others?
These are the travelers who are leading the charge
Okay.
towards a more sustainable and responsible future of travel.
I love it.
They're forward-thinking.
Mm-hmm.
They embrace new technologies.
And they're willing to invest in eco-friendly options.
They're the trailblazers.
They are.
The report quotes a pioneering Pathfinder saying, "I feel that technology would play a big positive role. I'm positive that it would erase health risk, human error, and make things better for travelers." I love their optimism.
Yeah, their optimism is contagious.
It is.
They see the immense potential of technology to solve problems, to make travel more efficient and sustainable, and to connect people across cultures.
Yeah.
And they're comfortable sharing data to help achieve these goals.
Wow.
They're the ones most likely to opt for biofueled flights, choose carbon-neutral accommodations, and embrace other eco-conscious travel choices.
They're setting a great example for the rest of us.
They are.
Now, do they have any anxieties about the future of travel, or are they all sunshine and rainbows?
Well, they're not oblivious to the potential downsides of technology.
Okay.
They understand the risks of cyber attacks and data breaches, but they firmly believe that the benefits, especially in terms of sustainability and efficiency, outweigh the risks.
That's inspiring.
Yeah.
Can you share an example of a pioneering Pathfinder from the report?
Of course.
Someone who truly embodies this tribe's values.
The report introduces us to Mali, a 26-year-old from Thailand.
Okay.
She believes that as technology improves and becomes more sophisticated, people will become more comfortable with its role in travel, particularly when it comes to sustainability.
So we've now met all 4 traveler tribes.
Yep.
The excited experientialists.
Yep.
The memory makers. The travel tech-fluencers.
Yeah.
And the pioneering Pathfinders.
The pioneering Pathfinders.
Each tribe has its own unique perspective on the future of travel.
Oh.
But of course, the report doesn't just leave us there.
No.
It also takes a fascinating look at how these tribes might evolve in the years to come.
It's not about putting people in rigid boxes.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that these trends are constantly shifting and evolving. And the report highlights some intriguing possibilities.
Okay, give us a sneak peek.
Right.
What kind of transformations might we see?
Well, for instance, they propose the emergence of super tribes.
Oh, wow.
Like the pioneers of pioneering.
Pioneers of pioneering.
Imagine an even more progressive offshoot of the Pathfinders.
Okay.
A group that's truly on the cutting edge of sustainable and ethical travel.
Right.
They might be the ones shaping the future of the entire industry.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
What other possibilities do they explore?
On the other end of the spectrum,
Okay.
we might see a group they call the hardcore habituals.
Hardcore habituals.
These are the travelers who resist change, who cling to the familiar ways of traveling,
Right.
and who might even reject the whole idea of sustainable travel.
It's a reminder that not everyone will embrace the future in the same way.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Any other wildcard predictions?
They also introduce the intriguing concept
Okay.
of the metamassive.
Metamassive.
Picture travelers who are so immersed in virtual reality
Okay.
that they begin to replace physical journeys with digital experiences.
That really makes you wonder what travel will even mean in the future.
It does, doesn't it?
And then there are the eternal explorers.
Ah, the eternal explorers.
Those who embrace a lifestyle of perpetual travel, thanks to remote work, and increasingly affordable, sustainable travel options.
That's a cool idea.
Imagine a world where travel is no longer just a vacation,
Right.
but an integrated part of life.
I like that.
Okay, so we've got these tribes evolving,
Yeah.
merging, maybe even spawning entirely new tribes.
Exactly.
It's a mind-boggling picture of the future.
It really is.
But what does it all mean for the travel industry?
Wow.
How can businesses and destinations adapt to this ever-shifting landscape?
That's where the report's insights become incredibly valuable.
Okay.
It emphasizes the importance of building trust with each tribe, understanding their unique needs and anxieties, and tailoring travel experiences to those specific desires.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all approach anymore.
Not anymore.
You really have to know your audience
You have to.
and cater to their specific wants and needs.
Precisely.
Oh.
For example, with the excited experientialists, the focus should be on showcasing how technology can enhance their adventures,
Right.
not control them.
Got it.
Think AI-powered suggestions for off-the-beaten-path experiences,
Yeah.
or tools that help them discover hidden gems.
And for the memory makers?
With them, it's all about building trust in technology and emphasizing the human element
Okay.
of the travel experience.
Got it.
Perhaps offer opportunities to connect with local communities, personalize trips based on shared memories, or even incorporate nostalgic elements into the travel experience.
What about the travel tech-fluencers?
The travel tech-fluencers.
How can the industry best engage with this tribe?
Collaboration is key.
Yeah.
Get their feedback on new technologies. Address their concerns about data privacy and cybersecurity, and empower them to be part of the solution.
Yeah.
They can be incredibly valuable partners
Yeah.
in shaping the future of travel tech.
And finally, the pioneering Pathfinders.
The pioneering Pathfinders,
How can we support their mission?
partnering with them to promote sustainable travel.
Okay.
They're the ones who will convince others that eco-conscious travel isn't about sacrifice.
Right.
It's about making responsible choices that benefit everyone.
Okay, so the travel industry needs to be agile, adaptable, and truly understand the psychology of these different tribes.
It does.
But what about us, the travelers?
Right.
Where do we fit into all of this?
That's the question the report leaves us with.
Okay.
It challenges us to consider which tribe we identify with and how our own travel style might evolve over the next decade.
Right.
Are we going to embrace the tech-driven future with open arms? Or are we going to approach it with caution?
Right.
Are we going to prioritize sustainability, or are we going to stick with what's familiar and affordable?
It's a fascinating thought experiment.
It is.
Isn't it?
It is.
Trying to predict where we'll land on the travel spectrum in 2033.
Where will we land?
It makes you wonder.
It
really
makes-
does. Like, where will I land on that spectrum?
Right.
I mean, I find myself drawn to like the excited experientialists and the pioneering pathfinders.
Yeah.
Like, I love the thrill of spontaneous adventures,
Yeah.
but I also deeply value sustainable travel.
Right.
It's in constant tug of war.
It is. It's fascinating, right? How these tribes reflect those complexities
Yeah.
we all face as travelers.
Mhm.
And the beauty of it is there's no right or wrong answer.
Right.
It's about embracing what resonates with you
Yeah,
and making conscious choices that align with your values.
exactly. This isn't about judging anyone's
Yeah,
travel style.
Not at all.
It's about understanding the diverse motivations that shape our travel choices.
Right.
But it's not just about individual travelers, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean, this report has major implications
Yeah.
for the entire travel ecosystem.
the whole travel ecosystem.
Yeah, it's a wake-up call for businesses,
Yeah.
policymakers, destinations, anyone who wants to be part of shaping the future of travel.
Understanding these traveler tribes
Yeah.
is crucial for creating experiences that are not only enjoyable, but also sustainable, ethical, and truly resonate with travelers.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Traveler Tribes 2033,
Yeah.
let's distill the key takeaways
Okay.
for our listeners.
Right.
What are the big aha moments
Big aha moments.
that we should all carry with us?
Well, the first takeaway is that the future of travel is not a one-size-fits-all scenario.
Okay.
It's going to be incredibly diverse,
Yeah.
constantly evolving,
Right.
shaped by a complex interplay of technological advancements, social values, and economic realities.
And to navigate this future successfully, you have to understand the psychology of
Yeah.
the traveler.
You do.
It's not enough to just offer the cheapest flights
Right.
or the fanciest hotels.
Right.
You have to connect with travelers on a deeper level,
Deeper level.
tap into their motivation,
Motivation.
and address their anxieties.
And that's where these travel tribes become such a valuable tool.
They do.
They provide a framework for understanding the desires, anxieties, and motivations of different traveler segments.
So smart.
And by really grasping those nuances,
Yeah.
we can create travel experiences that are not only enjoyable,
Right.
but also meaningful and impactful.
This report is such a game changer.
It is.
Whether you're a travel company designing a new app, a destination crafting its marketing strategy, or just a traveler planning your next adventure, this report is a must-read.
It is.
It's packed with insights that will make you think differently about the future of travel and the role you want to play in shaping it.
Couldn't agree more.
And on that note, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought-provoking question.
Okay, hit us with it.
Which traveler tribe do you identify with the most?
Which one are you?
And how do you see your own travel style evolving in the next decade?
It's a question worth pondering.
It is.
And if you want to delve deeper into these fascinating insights and explore the Traveler Tribes 2033 report in its entirety, you can find it on the Amadeus website.
Awesome.
We highly recommend checking it out.
Until next time, happy travels, everyone.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through the future of travel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more insights and updates. Visit Tourism, Capturing the Scene of Knowledge, a comprehensive website delivering the latest travel trends and innovations. Accelerate your mastery of the tourism industry, all in one place. Navigate through a vast showcase of comprehensive business-oriented tourism content, 99% pure industry intelligence, and 1% academic, curated for discerning professionals. Why subscribe to Tourism? Capturing the Scene of Knowledge. Make informed decisions. Instantly access key reports and insights from top sources across the tourism industry. No research required. All in one place. Why split your attention? A single subscription gives you easy access to thousands of reports, videos, and infographics just as effortlessly as watching a 30-second ad. Save time with curated searches. Time is money. Let our subscription save you both by delivering valuable insights directly without the endless search. Until next time, happy travels.